Good morning. I'm going to talk about the euro today. We would do. So, as you can see, yesterday we just kissed that trend line. People, as I said before, what happens Mondays is normally you set up a strategy. Tuesday, then the market does something, does manage to move. And today we've just seen it go below the trend line. And our first target, I think, of 1590 has just about been hit. Well, it's been 1601.07. That's been the low today. But because it's below that trend line, which is going back like to May last year, so it's quite an important trend line. So as it's broken through that, if we do lose 1590, I mean, you're looking at the market coming down another 80, 90 points. But what you could be looking at is the weekly charts are showing dire things. Let me just try and show you. We are not looking good from the weekly chart. You can see that both, I mean, you could see where the divergence was in the stochastics. You can see where the divergence was in the RSI. We had divergence everywhere, really. So the market really couldn't deal with it, so we had to trade lower. I mean, I know when you're a trader it's difficult to get your head around a change of, not trend, but a different direction, a different short-term move. I'm not saying it's the end of the euro, although I can't really, in all honesty, think that the euro's strong. But for the moment, with the weekly chart showing what they were showing, you're looking at the market coming lower. So we'll go back to the day. The Dixie also, it has broken higher. So what we've got to do, as the Dixie's now gone through the 61.8 fib, we're now looking at 99.38 in that region. But let's go back to the daily euro chart. The other ways of looking whether or not a currency is weak is you look at them from against a different currency. Everybody goes into euro dollar. Euro sterling doesn't look very well. Euro Swiss, I've given up with that one because that's a bit of a nightmare. That's like trading mark Swiss. Mind you, the euro's like trading dollar mark, to be fair. It's very, well, it was the same. I used to track dollar mark, so I used to trade dollar mark. So the euro is weak against all currencies except the Japanese yen. But look, now the euro has actually been strong against the Japanese yen. Now, if you look at these gaps that you see here, right, and say it can't make up its mind whether it wants to go up or down. If you don't want to trade outright euro dollar, you could, in actual fact, go into euro yen, because you may well have more on the downside than we have in the euro dollar. I'll have a look at the weekly chart on that just to show you. Again, it's exceeded the top, but the indicators aren't showing it. They've diverged, and you have to keep your eye on markets on the weekly charts that diverge. So that's actually, I'm not doing any trading this week because I'm off on a cruise Friday and life is too short to not have a signal on board ship. But you want to look at euro against the other currencies just to confirm. Personally, I think the euro goes lower against most of the currencies. And I think this week will be a defining factor in what is going to happen for the rest of October. Don't forget, We're in the fourth quarter now. And the fourth quarter, the first and the last quarter of any year is when there is most volatility. Okay? Good luck. I will catch you later.